The question is, how does it feel? Because sometimes a big step introduces resistance too. So it's really about inspired stepping. Because if you're choosing the disc first and then you're inspired to the action, the bigness or the smallness of it is irrelevant. The inspiration is carrying you. And isn't inspiration a sort of momentum? Here's the thing that we really want you to hear. This is such a good place for us to be. Let's say that you have a list of things that you want. Emotions that you want to achieve, or discs, the disc that you want to achieve, or conditions, physical conditions, relationship experiences, material objects. So let's say you have a list of them. I want this specific BMW M5. I want this specific physical body weight. I want this specific feel and texture and deliciousness of a relationship. So you have this list of things. So there it exists. Now make this statement about it. I want to have fun on my way to that. I want to have fun on my way to that. I want to have fun on my way to that. I want to have a really good time on my way to that. That puts everything in the proper perspective. You see what we're getting at? I want to have a good time on my way to that. Because it's a journey that never ends. And so it doesn't matter whether the steps are small or large. It just matters that they're fun while I'm taking them. I want to have fun on my way to greater clarity. I want to have fun on my way to figuring out this high-flying disc. I want to have fun on my way to my ideal body weight. I want it to be fun. I want this experience to be fun because, it is so much fun to identify something wanted and find resonance with it and then watch the cooperative components. It's like you feel like this creator of the universe, that everything is at your fingertips and you are the orchestrator of all things. It is so exhilarating. It is so fun. It is so fun on my way. Ooh, it's going to be so much fun on my way to that BMW M5. So much fun. It's going to be so much fun on my way to 120 pounds or whatever you want. It's going to be so much fun. So much fun. Not miserable now, 40 pounds out. It's going to be fun on the way. It's going to be fun on the way. Fun on the way. Fun on the way, because all along the way, I get to feel inspired. All along the way, I get to see results of my inspiration. All along the way, I get to see other cooperative components. All along the way, I get to feel the inspiration. Fun along the way. There's no gap between where I am and where I want to be, because where I want to be is on a disc that I can do now. 40 pounds, not instantly. You don't want it that way, really. You don't want it that way. And you really don't want your way instantly into that car either. You really don't want your way instantly into anything. You want fun along the way. It's the savoring of it. We've been offering for quite a while the analogy that you really don't want to eat all of the meals that you'll eat for all of this life today. You really don't want them to all show up today. Every good thing. There was a man, a taxi cab driver last night, describing pie. Ooh, pie. He just kept talking about pie. Everyone was talking about pie. Ooh, pie. They kept talking about pie. It's fun to think about pie, but you really don't want to eat all those pies today. You don't want them all today. You don't want them all today. Hurling would come next. You don't want them. You don't want them all today. You want it to come to satisfy your current appetite. You want all of these wonderful things to come to satisfy your current appetite. And you've got an appetite for fun and clarity and appreciation and love. Fun along your way to where you're going. If you're having fun, you're there. This is being fun. Not we're going to have fun. Not it's going to be fun. This is fun. This thought was fun. This universal convergence was fun. This impulse felt good. This resonance is fun. This empowerment is fun. It's being fun. It's not going to be fun. I'm not going to do this so that I can have fun. It's being fun. Don't you love that? Don't you love being with friends? You're all on that high-flying disc. You're all tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You can't decide for the life of you who's the funniest because you're all funny, or who's the smartest because you're all smart, or who's the most beautiful because you're all beautiful. Because you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. It's fun. Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun? And we want to convince you, you can tell because we're giving it everything Esther's got. We want to convince you that the moment is right here and now for you to choose that. It's being it now. I'm being certain now. I'm being clear now. I'm being precise now. I'm being definitive now. I'm being selective now. I'm being deliberate now. I'm having fun now. I'm on my way now. I'm living life now. I'm evolving perfectly now, but now is really good. Now is just right. Now is the convergence of all that I am, and it's full of all of these prizes and components. It's the manifestation of all that I'm allowing, and it's fun to know what I'm allowing. I'm in a bad mood. It's fun to know that. It's fun to know that. Isn't it fun to know that? Don't you like knowing that you're... Esther's been having such fun recognizing what disc she's just crawled on. Oh my God, what was I thinking? And then I said that, and then I said that, and then that happened, and then I said that. But when you come to your senses and realize that you chose it, then it becomes immediately fun. I did that, and I can do something different. And I have all of these tricks in my bag that I can apply as I decide to. Life is fun. Every feeling that you have is only about one thing, and that's the relationship between the thought that the source within you is thinking about this and what you're thinking about this. In other words, it's just a basis, agreement or disagreement of opinion of life. So focus for a moment on the concept of trajectory and think about the trajectory that source is on relative to you. Success, joy, and think about the trajectory that you might be on in any moment in time. So think source and think trajectory. And then think momentum. Trajectory, momentum. So by that we mean think trajectory, momentum meaning general less momentum, specific more momentum. So think about source, who has been... We're talking about the source of you. We're talking about the source that is dovetailed with you. So think about the incredible amount of details that source has lived with you. And think about how specifically magnificent source knows that you are. Oh, can't even find words to explain it. But you don't feel that way a lot of the time because you haven't been harmonizing with source. You've been harmonizing with your mother and with your peer groups and with your... You've been trying to get appreciation and attention from... You've been looking for love in all the wrong places. So feel source, trajectory, and momentum. Feel what source must be feeling about you. So let's say that source knows your brilliance, knows your incredible abundance, knows all of these things about you, but you don't know them because you've been practicing a different thought. So you're thinking really differently than source is thinking about you. So you just can't get there. Every time you try to get hold of it, you just beat up on yourself more. So then you say, well, would I rather feel fear or happiness? Happiness. You just aligned with source. Would I rather feel confusion or clarity? Clarity. You just aligned with source. Now, you just aligned with source. Source is momentum. What source knows about you is moving way faster. You're not ready for that, but you just aligned with source. Would I rather love you or hate you? I'd rather love you even though I hate you. But I would rather love you when I would rather love you. Would I rather have fun or be miserable? Would I rather... So as you play this game, we know it feels silly to you. and you just do the easy part. You align with source, 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 and now you've aligned with source. There's no contradiction in your vibration. And when there's no contradiction in your vibration, you move the momentum. It just has to happen that way. Because without resistance, you've got speed, you've got momentum, you see. That's the way you do it. Source knows that you can be or do or have anything. And you don't know that because this didn't go well, and this didn't go well, and this isn't going well, and that's not going well. It's almost impossible for you to find any harmony over there. It's not likely to do it. But if you understand the physics of the laws, if you understand law of attraction, and you do, and you understand the concept of momentum, and you do, and you can tell the difference between something that's general and something that's specific, and you can put the word momentum into that concept, and then you can acknowledge, hey, I can align with source if I don't have to convince myself that black is white and that white is black and the good is bad and the bad is good. And if I don't have to work through all of it, you just make yourself nuts out there in the weeds as you try to sort all of this stuff out there. All you got to do is find alignment with source, and source will take you on the path of non-resistance to the details that you have carved out every single time. Alignment is the best word, and let's add more words to it. Alignment, harmony, path. So have we convinced you that you were born on this path of well-being? And can you feel how as you tune yourself to the path, the easy way, you're looking for good feelings, you're looking for fun, you're looking for clarity, you're not trying to change conditions in order to find that. You're finding it early in the day before the conditions have distracted you from that, and you've practiced the feeling of that until law of attraction has taken you into more and more conditions and manifestations that support how you want to feel. So now you're mostly feeling pretty good. You're just loving for no good reason. You're just feeling calm for no conditional reason. You just are because it feels better. So you are on the same vibrational wavelengths with source. And then the things that you've been asking for can be realized by you because you are on the same vibrational wavelength. And then the details of that's the realization of that is what causes the momentum to become more and more and more. In other words, can you feel the momentum increasing from these words? Energy, vibration, thoughts, words, action. Can you feel momentum? In other words, isn't there more momentum in action than there is word? And isn't there more momentum in word than there is thought? So if you take the time to line up before you start talking and before you start acting, then the momentum that you add will be on track. And you're going to, right now, if this may just feel conceptual to you, but we promise you, it is the absolute fact of the vibrational universe and how it works. So as you focus there, it will prove itself to you over and over and over again until in a really short time, we're talking about just a few days, you'll know.